Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. A new effort is underway to warm up the chilly ties between the U.S. and China trade relations right now, with the U.S. Secretary of Commerce traveling to the country. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo is the fourth high-profile official to visit China in recent months as Chinese leader Xi Jinping's government looks to revive foreign investor interest in China as it tries to reverse a deepening economic slump. While in Beijing, Raimondo announced she and her Chinese counterpart agreed to exchange information on U.S. export controls that have angered China, and they set up a group to discuss other commercial issues. Now, she hopes that will reduce misunderstanding on national security policies.
This is meant to be a dialogue where we increase transparency and where we are clear about what we are doing as it relates to export control enforcement. And by the way, to show you how real this is, the first meeting of that new information exchange is tomorrow in Beijing. We're wasting no time.
During a meeting, Raimondo stated the U.S. desires healthy competition and has no intention of impeding China's economic advancement. She stressed the importance of having a stable economic relationship that benefits both nations and aligns with global expectations. U.S. political leaders are trying to make sure China doesn't gain any unfair trade advantages here at home. AgDay's Michelle Rook joins us. And Michelle, now as we've reported, relations between the two economic superpowers have not been good.
Clinton Farm Group leaders and U.S. lawmakers I talked to continue to tell me they think that the relationship between the U.S. and China is the worst it's been in 30 years. And that is certainly evident in the most recent trade data. China's purchases of U.S. ag products have slowed dramatically as a result of increased sanctions by the administration, especially over intellectual property, and that has led to rising political tensions.
I think it's pretty bad. I mean, we come off a great phase one and phase two China agreement that we had. It's dropped off, and you know, we've continued a high level of trade there, but it still is not as good as it could be. I think the politics around the threat that China produces or puts forth toward our country is a very difficult thing for us to deal with. But we need to find a way to make sure that we can continue to trade with them.
Yet China is trying to get away from the U.S. dollar being the dominant currency and is making major infrastructure investments in other countries.
China is everywhere, and I think sometimes we don't get that. So I think we got a lot of work to do, and we got to get better at it if we're going to be competitive, and especially with some of these countries around the world where China clearly sees an opportunity and is seizing it, and we've been a little bit slow at the switch.
The U.S. is losing market share in China, especially to Brazil, but they're also trading with Russia, South Africa, and even Ukraine. At the same time, the U.S. is also buying less products from China. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Day.